Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's focus session on Rezzy AI Support. My name is Adrielle. I'm with the onboarding team here, and I'm really excited that you're joining us for today's webinar. In the webinar, on the left, you should see an area for chat, and then at the top of that, you should see another tab to access Q&A. So as we go along, if you have any questions on Rezzy AI Support, please feel free to put them in the Q&A section. If you don't see that sidebar, you can go ahead and click on the text message icon, which you should see at the bottom of the webinar, and that should pull up that sidebar where you can post in the chat or in the Q&A. Awesome. Thank you for confirmation that everything is working. So let's go ahead and dive in. Today, we are going to talk about what is Rezzy AI Support and how to use Rezzy AI Support. So as you may have guessed, Rezzy AI Support is a chat agent that can help by answering your questions. So of course, I'm sure you're all familiar with our help desk that you can reach via email. Rezzy AI Support is an additional layer of support, another resource for you to use to get answers when you're looking at them. Our support center is really vast. There are hundreds of help articles. So Rezzy is able to look through all the relevant articles for your question and get you an answer much more quickly than you could trying to read all those articles yourself or sending in an email. Obviously, human response takes time. So Rezzy is a way to get an answer more quickly if it's something that she is capable of answering. And yes, in case you missed it, Rezzy is a she. So that is basically what Rezzy is. You'll use it somewhat similarly to how you would use ChatGPT or Claude or these other chat agents that you might be familiar with. I'm going to show you where you would access Rezzy AI Support, and then we'll dive into some real-world examples of questions that you might ask her. So if you're inside your OwnerRez account, you can access our support center at any time by clicking on the question mark here in the help menu and click on support center. Here, if you type in a question, it'll pull up a small chat with Rezzy, as well as a list of articles and blog posts and other things that might pertain to your question. You can also access just a primary chat with Rezzy by clicking on the help menu here and clicking on Ask Rezzy. That will open up a dedicated chat window. So I'm going to first show you an example of what it would look like if you asked something here in the support chat. So our example today is going to be how to create a cleaning fee. And by the way, all of these examples in today's focus session are actually pulled from recent tickets we've seen in our help desk. I wanted to make it as real world as I could when I was putting these examples together. So here are some search results, as I mentioned, and then here is Rezzy's response. You can click on Show More to show a little bit more detail here. If you're using Rezzy in this way and you're getting answers from her here in the support center directly, I would urge you to always click on Continue Chat with Rezzy. Just visually, you can see the response here, and this is good. But if you click Continue Chat with Rezzy, it's going to give you even more detail along with step-by-step instructions and links to relevant help articles. So let's give her a minute to think, and then we'll see that. So you can see here that it's much more directive than this is kind of just giving you a little overview of what to do. This breaks it down into the exact steps and tells you exactly where to navigate in your account. And then it gives you some additional context here. And this additional context is really helpful. And I encourage you to read the entire response when you are chatting with Rezzy. So that's a basic example of a pretty basic question. Now, let's say that we need to ask her another question. It is best practice to start a new separate chat anytime you have a brand new separate question. So if we had another question related to cleaning fees, we could just simply continue it in this chat. But Rezzy is always going to be looking at the context of the entire conversation when she gives you an answer. So it's good to start a new chat if you have a completely unrelated question. That way there's no previous context that might confuse Rezzy and get you an answer that maybe isn't the best answer. So to start a new chat with Rezzy, you can click on the three dots here and you can click on Start a New Chat. And by the way, I meant to mention this at the beginning and I forgot. In order to use Rezzy AI Support Chat, you do have to be logged into your OwnerRez account. So if you are not an OwnerRez user or you're not logged into your account, you won't be able to access Rezzy chat. So make sure you're logged in, and then you'll see this in your drop-down help menu. So let's ask Rezzy another question that is a little bit more complicated, and let's see how she does. I'm going to ask, why weren't taxes collected on a direct booking? And she's going to take a minute to think about it. And then she is going to tell us some common reasons why taxes might not have been collected. So she's giving us some things that we need to double check in our account. So you can follow these steps just to check and make sure that none of these items were the reason that it wasn't collected. And then if we have a follow-up question, we can ask that. So let's say, oh, well, we noticed that taxes weren't collected on a direct booking, but we actually don't know what our taxes are, and we don't even have them configured in OwnerRez. So let's ask her about that. I don't have any taxes configured in OwnerRez. What taxes apply to my property? All right, let's see how she does with this question. All right, so Rezzy is correctly answering that she cannot tell you the taxes that apply to your specific property. That's not something that OwnerRez can tell you. That is something that you have to research for yourself. Now, Rezzy is giving you some really helpful information here, even though she can't give you the answer. She is telling you the type of information that you would need to find out, and she's giving you really great advice on where you could find that information and other steps to complete. And then she's telling you, once you know your tax requirements, this is where you would go in order to enter them into OwnerRez and configure them. Okay, awesome. That's really great. So let's just ask her another question. Airbnb collects and remits my taxes for me. And she's thinking, okay. So now she's going to tell you how you would set up your taxes in OwnerRez if Airbnb collects and remits them. These are the steps to configure the tax correctly, and some other information. So even though Airbnb is collecting and remitting taxes for you, you still need to remit your taxes for other channels. So this is all really great information to have and a good way to use Rezzy. All right, so now we're going to walk through a real world example, and I'm going to pretend that I'm one of our users and walk you through exactly how you would follow Rezzy's steps and read through her response to get the best results. So we're going to start another new chat, because again, this is unrelated to our previous question. And I'm going to ask Rezzy, how do I block a guest from booking again in the future? And let's see what she says. All right, so she's telling us that if we have a problematic guest and want to prevent them from booking in the future, OwnerRez offers a banned guest feature. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that existed. All right, so again, I'm pretending to be a user. I did know that that existed, but just for the sake of this example, I'm pretending. Okay, so that's a cool feature. Didn't know that was there. All right, so there's a limitation. So again, it's important to read everything. Don't just skip down to the steps. Read everything that Rezzy is telling you. So we can ban guests on a direct site, but we cannot ban guests through a listing channel. Okay, so I'll, at least it's something. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. So in order to ban a guest, I'm going to navigate to my contacts grid in my account. So I'm going to go back into my account. I'm going to click on contacts over here. And we just drag this chat over here so it's next to that tab. Okay, I'm going to select the guest that I want to ban. So I'm going to click on this guest. And then what did she say to do? She said, choose notes from the left menu, add notes about why I'm banning the guest, and then check the ban this guest from booking checkbox at the bottom. Okay, so let's do that. So notes, here's notes, there it is. Let's see, I'm just going to put destroyed towels and melted kitchen utensil. And then I'm going to ban this guest from booking, and I'm going to hit save and close on this. Oh, and now the band tag has been applied to that guest. And if we go back into our contacts grid, we can see that that tag, it was this one here, has been applied there. Okay, so let's go back to our chat and see if there's any additional context. What happens when a band guest tries to book? If a band guest attempts to book on the hosted website using the same email address or phone number, they'll receive a booking message explaining why they cannot proceed. What is this booking message? I don't want my guests being shown something. I don't know what it says. Oh, I can customize the message by going to settings, rules, band, guests. Okay, so let's go into our settings. So that's going to be this gear icon down here in the lower left corner. And then where did Rezzy say to go? Rules. Okay, so I'm going to scroll over here. Okay, there's rules. Oh, this is probably where I need to go. It says band guests. Okay, and here's the booking message. Okay, so the default message says your booking cannot be processed now. Please contact us directly for help. Well, actually, I'm okay with the default message. That sounds good to me. So I'm just going to hit cancel on this because I'm not going to change it. But if I did want to change the way this is phrased or what it says, I could do that and then click save. Okay, great. That's awesome. All right, let's see if there's any additional information that I need to know. Identifying band guests. Once banned, a band badge will appear on the guest information page, on the specific booking overview guest section, and in the tags column on the contacts grid. Okay, we already noticed that band badge. That's awesome. And then there's an alternative. If you don't want to completely ban a guest but want to be warned about them, you can flag them as a problem guest instead. This will show a yellow repeat guest badge on future inquiries and quotes, alerting you to review their history before accepting a booking. Oh, interesting. I wonder how I would do that. All right, well, I'm not interested in that for today's purposes, but if I was, I could ask Rezzy a follow-up question. How do I flag a guest as a problem guest? That would be my follow-up. So that's kind of how you can work through Rezzy's answers, make sure that you don't miss anything. And then once you have worked all the way through it, if Rezzy got you the information that you needed, you can give her some feedback, a little pat on the back, and give her a thumbs up. And then you can give us some notes. This always helps us continue improving Rezzy's answers. And you can click add feedback. And then if it was a bad answer, obviously you can do the thumbs down, and please do include feedback if you're giving a thumbs down, and let us know why that was not a good answer. All right, so let's say that we asked Rezzy a question. You know what? I have another cleaning fee that I need to add, and I forgot how Rezzy said to do it the first time. So instead of starting a new chat with Rezzy, I can actually go into my chat history, and I can find that previous chat with Rezzy where she gave me the good advice on setting up cleaning fees. And I can open that chat instantly, and it pulls up that whole conversation again. So do take advantage of that history if you're using Rezzy a lot and you need to refer back to a previous answer. All right, one final example for today. We're going to start a new chat, and we're going to ask Rezzy how to add captions to photos. And she's going to give us an answer here. And she is giving us two different options. We can either add photos at the time of upload or by editing individual photos. And she gives us the step-by-step instructions for either scenario. So hopefully you can see how powerful Rezzy is as a support chat agent and start taking advantage of all of her knowledge. So that brings us to the end of today's focus session. We do have some time for some Q&A. If you have a question, feel free to post it. While I wait to see if any questions are coming in, I'm going to go over some of the other resources we have in addition to the Rezzy chat. So of course, we have our email support team, which I already mentioned, help@OwnerRez.com. We have our support center, OwnerRez.com/support, and then support videos, which I urge you to check out as well. OwnerRez.com/support/videos. We also have our user forums. This is where you can chat with other OwnerRez users, post ideas for features, so on and so forth. OwnerRez.com/forums. We also have our blog where you can stay up to date on all of the OwnerRez news. We also post once a week about industry news. So that's a really great way to stay informed on what's going on in the vacation rental industry. And then we have our webinars, OwnerRez.com/webinars. I did want to go over this page because we have some really awesome focus sessions coming up next month that I'm very excited about. Let's see here. I hope to see you all at these webinars. If you are a PM or interested in PM, Next month, that is the focus of the focus sessions. So on the 12th, I'm going to be going over how to configure your owners in OwnerRez as a property. And then we're going to be going over all of the financial settings to consider when you're setting up the property management module in OwnerRez. So this is geared towards folks who are just turning on that property management module for the first time and need to set it up, or they're brand new to OwnerRez. They are already a property manager, or they're launching a property management business. This is going to give you start to finish how to set up the property management module. So that'll be on the 12th. And then on the 25th, we have a follow-up to that, which is going to go into how to set up your property management owner statements and custom statement views. So I hope to see you all there if it applies to you. And it looks like we've had a couple of questions come in. And so let me take a look at those. Give me one moment here. Okay, so it looks like Catherine is asking, she has a template auto send so guests can fill out the point of contact form. When she's in the inbox, Rezzy also drafts a response when guests inquire or book. How do I disable her auto drafts when I already have auto templates set? Okay, so I think you put in the chat, was that Catherine or Natasha? Natasha said she was confused thinking today's webinar was about Rezzy AI, using it with your guests. We actually have a separate webinar coming up. Today was just on using Rezzy Support chat AI. So you can see the webinar that's coming up. It's next week, I believe. Let me see where that was. Here it is, on the 6th. I don't know what day of the week that is, but I think it's next week. February 6th, Rezzy AI, available to all, is going to give you a sneak peek and give you more information on how to use Rezzy with your guests. And then it looks like we have one more question. So Sherry is asking if Rezzy can answer certain things about a reservation. So for example, Rezzy, can you tell me if Michael Smith paid for pool heat? So the Rezzy Support AI is not going to be able to answer questions that are that specific. I think that functionality might be coming in the future, but as of right now, what I would suggest doing if you need to see something like that at a glance is setting up a tag and a tag automation. And I did a webinar on this a few weeks ago, or was it? It's the last focus session that I did was on tags and tag automation. So if you go to our webinars page and watch that, it'll show you how to add tags automatically to bookings to show things like whether or not the guest added pool heat, so on and so forth. So hopefully that is useful, and I hope to see you all at the next one. Let me see. It looks like there was another chat received. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and being OwnerRez users. And we look forward to seeing you all again soon on one of our webinars. Have a good one. Bye-bye.